First at 4, we begin with a fire alert. A new vegetation fire sparked in southeast Madras. Now we'll take a look at a time lapse of the Grizzly Flat Fire, which burned 50 acres so far. It's located south of Rams Road and southeast Grizzly Road. It's currently 0% contained. It sparked around 12:30 this afternoon. Evacuation levels 1, 2, and 3 are in effect. The red area you see on your screen is a go now evacuation area. If you're in that area, you need to leave now. For those in the yellow area, or get set, you need to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Those in the green area are under a get ready evacuation level. We just spoke to Christy Shaw from the Oregon Department of Forestry about this fire. Take a listen. All right, we have team coverage covering the blaze. Chief Meteorologist John Carroll's been tracking the weather conditions around this fire, of course. But let's begin with Isabella Warren, who is live at the Grizzly Flat Fire. Isabella?
Yeah, Lee, we are off Rams Road right now, and I'm just going to have our camera kind of pan. There are people out here. There are people that do live in this area. We've seen a few ranches. We have seen a few people what looks like evacuating. We are in that level 3 area, and we're going to pan over to the smoke. You can see the smoke has definitely dissipated since we came out here. We've been out here for a little bit less than an hour now, but air attacks have been consistent. We've seen about 2 helicopters kind of fighting at once. We've seen a plane as well. You can kind of see on the hillside where the scorched earth is, that black earth, and there is actually it looks like a ranch or a farm right near there. Hopefully we can see that helicopter right now, that red helicopter going over the area. It does have a bucket, and that's kind of what it's been looking like for the past hour we've been out here. Lots of air attacks. We have seen a few different agencies. We saw the Forest Service, we saw Crook County Fire, and we did see some private wildland firefighters as well bringing in their equipment. And this has just kind of been the scene. It seems like since this has started, just constant air attacks, and especially trying to make sure that this fire doesn't jump into the woods. But we'll continue to monitor this fire as the smoke, looks like it is kind of clearing, and we'll have updates on acreage and percentage as we find out. Lee?
All right, Isabella, live at Grizzly Flat Fire in Madras. Thank you. We'll check back in with Isabella in just a few minutes. Now let's turn to Chief Meteorologist John Carroll. John's been monitoring this here at the Weather Center. John, what can you tell us?
Well, I can tell you that the problem is that it is extremely dry in the atmosphere. The humidity levels are in the single digits in that area. There is also fairly gusty winds from the northwest. So the attack would be on the southeast flank of that fire. And you could see that by what the helicopters are doing. Great job by Isabella out there. Let's take a look here at the latest flight radar. And you can see there are 2 helicopters. This one here that is doing circles around the fire itself. There's another one, that's the second helicopter she was talking about. And here's the fixed wing aircraft that's been circling and maintaining a presence on that fire, continuing to drop that retardant in the region to keep it from going further off to the south and east. So here's what we have currently. You can see the footprint here for you. This is this is from 2 o'clock, and it really hasn't grown that much. You can also barely see in there's some retardant on the ground. What they're doing is that they are laying down a lot of the retardant on this flank here, the southeastern side, so it does not progress up into the timber. We have winds from the northwest, 10 to 20 miles an hour, and you can see how dry it is, 5 to 15% relative humidity. We do have a red flag warning that is in place for the region. This is the fire here. We have northwest winds, 10 to 20, dry fuel on the ground, dry air, warm air, and we have had a fire weather outlook that's been issued as well. So that is, again, for those conditions we were just talking about. There's rapid fire growth in the warmth and the very dry air. This is the humidity. You see those those teens, that is some seriously dry air. It is a good thing they're getting on that fire pretty quickly because it had potential to grow very, very rapidly and continue to do so.
All right, John, thank you. For the most up-to-date and in-depth fires in Central Oregon, always turn to KTVZ's Fire Alert. We have a page dedicated to it on our website, ktvz.com. You can also find fire alerts on our news app and weather mobile app. Both are free to download.